Hello everyone, this is Stephen Balch, your instructor for Introduction to Computer Applications at Ozarka College. Today what I'd like to do is give you a little bit of feedback on the Word Module 1 assignments that I finished grading this morning, and then I'm going to tell you a little bit about Word Module 2 activities, which are due by Saturday, September 6th. So the first thing is the Introduce Yourself discussion that we had last week. I thought that went very well. I really enjoyed meeting everyone and learning a little bit about each of you, and hopefully you enjoyed that as well. But I really appreciate the time and effort that most of you put into that, so I really appreciate that. On the Word Module 1 activities, I did finish grading those this morning. Most of you did well on those. There were some students, for some reason, that didn't turn in the assignments. If you're having problems working through the assignments, whether it's trying to access the software or the textbook or whatever you're having problems with, please let me know that as soon as you can, and I'll try to work with you as much as I can. But if I don't know anything about it, then there's nothing I can do. So let me know what problems you're experiencing, and then we'll work through those. All right. Hopefully everybody will get back on track for the Word Module 2 assignments. But like I said, most of you got everything turned in and did very well on the Word Module 1 assignments. Now, if you haven't already done so, look at your grades for the Word Module 1 assignments as soon as you can and read the grading comments. If I had to count any points off for any formatting errors, I was very specific on what I counted points off for and what you didn't do or didn't do correctly, and the reason I'm taking the points off. But after reading the comments, if you still have questions, just let me know. And just send me a course mail in my Ozarka, and I'll be glad to answer any questions that you have. One of the main things I noticed as far as a common error on the assignments were with the paragraph spacing. Some of you need to practice how to insert the paragraph spacing, and some of you inserted the space above the specified paragraph instead of below, or vice versa. So you have to be really careful when you're applying the paragraph spacing to make sure that you're changing the correct box for the paragraph spacing, whether it's above or below the paragraph that you're applying it to. Okay? There were also a couple of you that had issues or problems sizing the picture correctly. Just remember to use the sizing height and width boxes to verify that you have the correct size for the pictures, okay? And, of course, you can always go back and look at the demonstration videos that are on the Assignment 1 page under Resources to kind of learn how to do these formatting steps if you had problems with that on the assignments. But like I said, overall, most of you did well, and I really appreciate the time and effort that you're putting in to completing the assignments for this class. So keep up the good work on that. Let's see. The Module 1 objective test, most of you did well on that, but most of you only took it one time. Just as a reminder, you don't have to take it more than once, but you can. If you're not happy with your grade on the first attempt, you can take it a second time, third time, however many times you want to up until the due date, and your highest grade is automatically recorded on each one of those, okay? So just kind of keep that in mind for future test. And then on the next set of activities that we have coming up due, if we look at the activities page in my Ozarka, right now we are on kind of the, we're getting towards the end of week 2 of the semester, and of course we just had work due last night. We don't have anything else due this week, but you should be working on or at least starting to work on the Word Module 2 activities, which are due next week. Specifically, they're due by Saturday, September 6th. So you've got a little bit over a week to complete those, but of course, we have Labor Day weekend in there, so if you want your Labor Day weekend free, it might be a good idea to go ahead and get started, at least started on those activities before the weekend, and that way you're not having to try to rush around towards the end of next week trying to get those completed. And Module 2 activities will take some time to complete. There's quite a bit of typing, quite a bit of formatting, and basically in Module 2, we're going to be learning how to properly format an MLA-style research paper. So you'll learn how to do all the standard formatting for that type of research paper, and then you'll also learn about how to insert your citations and use the bibliography tools to insert your source information and so forth. Just start on those as soon as you can and let me know if you have questions as you're working through those. Now, that reminds me, if you do have questions as you're working through the Word Module 2 activities or assignments, I would like you, instead of sending a course mail, I would like you to use this Word Module 2 help discussion that I have. It's the very last item under week 3. If you'll ask your question there, then when I answer your question, other students in the class who may have similar questions will be able to get those questions answered. So it's just basically a place where you can ask questions that everyone else in the class can see, and that may benefit other students that have similar questions. Okay? Let's see. So that's really all I have for you for today. So again, be working on those Word Module 2 activities, which are due Saturday, September 6th. And like I said, let me know if you have questions. Other than that, enjoy the rest of your week and your long Labor Day weekend. And I will talk to you sometime, probably not next week. It'll probably be early the following week. So have a good weekend, and I will see you next time. Thank you.